Hey everybody, it's Harold from Living in the Hill Country. See these potatoes behind me? It's about time we harvest them. Thanks for tuning in this video. Let's get to it. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, right here in the Hill Country of Texas. So here's an overview look of my potato bed. It's a 4x8 raised bed, about 12 inches up. I have two 2x6s raised bed garden here, and I planted these potatoes on February 14th of this year, and they were doing really well till about March. And the second week in March we got a freeze, overnight freeze, 2 days in a row, and it did some damage to them. Let me show that to you. Got my potatoes in the ground, they were doing well, and then we got a hard freeze, and I had thought I had protected them well enough, but as you can see, they are suffering there. I didn't know what to do, so I just went ahead and I let them be. I trimmed off what was dead, and then I just let them do their thing, and they came back. They got really luscious, and now they're starting to yellow up and die off. You'll notice this here, and they're dying off and getting brown spots. And I did a kind of a test with my hand, kind of dug down into the dirt a little bit, and I come up with potatoes. Let me show you that quick. See if I can get somewhere where you can see that without any problem. If I pull these back, dig this down a little bit here, you'll notice that we have a potato. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to cut all these back, get the foliage out of the way so that I can go ahead and harvest these potatoes. And the reason I want to do that, it's been 90 days, so they're mature enough, and I have a bunch of tomato plants and maybe some okra plants that I was unable to sell at the farmer's market, and I'm going to plant them in here and see what we can do to continue growing them and harvest vegetables off of those plants. So let's go ahead and get into this and get this excitement started. Get my handy dandy shears here. Now that I got most of the foliage, or all of the foliage out of the way, I'll go ahead and start digging these up. And I think I'm just going to use my hands because the ground is pretty soft, or the soil is pretty soft. And I think I'll be able to get everything with just my hands. If not, I'll get a pick or a shovel, but I think I can do it with my hands. So let's get into it. as you can see, we haven't done too bad. And you'll notice I had 2 different types of potatoes in there. I had red in there. And I don't have them divided out here. But, you know, there's some good eating potatoes there, good sized potatoes. And you'll also notice some of them that I might have showed you here had already started rotting out because they were left under the ground too long, and that's what they have a tendency to do when the soil gets too warm. They just start rotting out. So the freeze kind of threw a damper on the timing, but was still successful, and I'm happy. Now what I'm going to do is I'll lay these out on a piece of cardboard in the garage. I haven't weighed them out, but this is 100% more than what I got last year. I didn't plant potatoes last year. The year before was nothing. It was like a handful. So I am really happy with this harvest. And I think, I mean, there's some pretty good sized potatoes here. That's a baked potato there. So I'm thinking there might be about, I don't know, 2.5 pounds there maybe. There could be about 5 pounds here, so that's 7.5 pounds of potatoes I did not have at the beginning of the year, and with very little effort was able to grow. So I'm thanking the Lord for that, and look forward to enjoying these. Well, there you have it, the harvest of the year, right? The first harvest of the year, potatoes. No complaints on my end. I've always had a hard time growing potatoes, so I'm really happy with what I have here. What do you think? Anyway, listen, I appreciate you watching this video. I know that sometimes they can get a little bit boring and long, but I appreciate your patience and your support. And as always, God bless you, and I hope you have a wonderful day.